so tired of this. I am in the middle of a global pandemic. I am so stressed out. Ma just sent us to a hospital to deliver pizzas in the middle of a pandemic. I can't breathe with this mask on.
They need to eat. What are you gonna do? Honestly.
I'm so tired of this. And you're coughing after I just took my mask off. It's off.
I'm sorry, I had to cough. My throat itched.
I am older than you. I am at a higher risk than you, and you're coughing on me. You have no love for your flesh and blood, your little brother, your big brother.
Salutations, youths. I'm Big Benny. This is my older brother, Little Benny.
We make the pies.
We bring the noise.
We're you guys, the Brooklyn boys. Hey, listen up. We are on this route of pizzas, trying to give pizza to people. Ma sent us to the hospital. Where's she going to send us next? Maybe a grocery store, somewhere else we can get sick? My little brother here is coughing.
Big brother.
Little bit. And he's coughing on me again. Listen, if y'all just stick around for a little bit, we may or may not have a little bit of a surprise for you. Right now, we got to go fight somebody over some toilet paper. So we'll be back in a few. Stick around.
Hey guys, this is Andrew Rip. I wanted to share You Will Find Me with you guys today because I feel like these words coming from God's perspective to us can maybe offer some encouragement during this time. So let this kind of sink in. If you want to sing along, feel free, but don't feel like you have to. This is called You Will Find Me. Also, I'm in my backyard, so if you hear a dog barking, it's on the video. When your soul's weary, when you find out, when you can't hear me, lay your trouble down in your dark moment. When your heart's weak, bring yourself broken, you will find me. Who wrote the rain, who wrote the sun in, who called your name, where are you running? I'm gonna be there near or far, I'm gonna meet you where you are. Who wrote the rain, who wrote the sun in, when you cold and thirsty, when the world's dry, when your soul's dirty, I am by your side. When your faith's broken, when you can't see, with my arms open, you will find me. So who wrote the rain, who wrote the sun, your name, where are you running? I'm gonna be there near or far, I'm gonna meet you where you are. Who wrote the rain, who wrote the sun, you carried all my shame. When you call my name, I am not the same. So who wrote the rain, who wrote the sun, who called your name, where are you running? I'm gonna be there near or far, I'm gonna meet you where you are. Who wrote the rain, who wrote the sun, you will find me. You will find me. God bless you guys.
That was Andrew Rip. The musician who wrote You Will Find Me, he recorded that just for you, just for this Monday night. We sure miss being with you on Monday nights. We miss seeing you at your games or in the lunchroom at school. The coronavirus has just impacted so much of our lives. I mean, I've never seen schools shut down for this long, or restaurants close, or these regulations of not being able to be with a certain amount of people. It's been a little crazy. It's been like nothing I've ever experienced in my lifetime. I know you haven't experienced this in your lifetime. But as I've thought about this the last couple of weeks, I've realized that a lot of life kind of leaves us feeling like we don't know what's going on. Maybe even the last few weeks, you've kind of looked around and gone, what is going on? And where is God in the midst of this? I mean, so much of life leaves us asking those questions. So many times we experience life differently than the way that we were hoping to experience it. And it leaves us confused or anxious. Sometimes leaves us feeling alone. And there's a story in the Bible of a man who experiences something in his life that leaves him feeling the same way. And I think as we look at this story, it can help us understand maybe where God is in the midst of all this craziness. The Bible says this. It says, then a leader of the local synagogue, a man named Jairus, arrived. When he saw Jesus, he fell at his feet, pleading fervently with him. My little daughter is dying. Please come and lay your hands on her and heal her so she can live. And Jesus went with him. So there's a man, Jairus, and his daughter is sick, so sick that she's about to die. I mean, you can imagine, or maybe it's even hard to imagine, what he must be going through. I mean, I have a little girl, and it's hard for me to even let my mind go to what he must be feeling. But whether or not you have kids, I think we can all relate to what Jairus must have been feeling. I mean, he must have been confused, thinking, what is going on? How is this happening to me? Maybe he was anxious for what might happen to his little girl. Maybe he was feeling alone. The Bible says that he walked to Jesus all by himself, that he walked from his house to Jesus. That must have been a lonely walk, just left with his thoughts. Again, maybe you understand what it's like to feel confused. Maybe over the last few weeks, you felt a little confused again, saying, what's going on in our world? Maybe as you've seen your parents get really stressed out at home, or as you've just been wondering yourself if you're going to be okay. You've been confused. Maybe you felt anxious. You felt anxious that life isn't going to feel the same anymore. You felt anxious about being at your house, maybe a place that you don't love to always be. Or maybe you felt really lonely as you haven't been at school or been able to be with your friends or people that you enjoy. You've just begun to feel like you're all alone, that maybe you're the only one who's experiencing this the way you are. You see, Jairus was feeling confused. He was feeling anxious. He was feeling alone. And he goes to Jesus. And did you hear what happened? I love this, that Jesus went with him. He walked with Jairus. And when they get to Jairus' house, this is what happens. It says, Jesus took the girl's father and mother and 3 disciples into the room where the girl was lying. Holding her head, he said to her, Talitha cum, which means, little girl, get up. And the girl, who was 12 years old, immediately stood up and walked around. It's an incredible ending to this story. It's a beautiful story. But here's what I hope that you hear tonight, is that in the midst of Jairus' confusion, his anxiety, the way that he felt alone, Jesus was with him. He was with him as he walked back to his house. He was with him in the room as his little girl was dying. He was with him. And in the midst of your confusion or your anxiety, maybe your loneliness, in the midst of however you're experiencing these few weeks, I hope that you know that you're not alone, that God longs to be with you in the midst of your life right where you are. It's a great story. If you want to go read it on your own, it's in the book of Mark in the 5th chapter. So Mark chapter 5. Maybe go read it and just consider what it would mean for you to believe that Jesus is with you in the midst of your confusion, your anxiety, and your loneliness. We can't wait to be with you again. Now, stay tuned for your chance to win the raffle.
Ooh, I can go 10 rounds now. I knocked the corona right out of that guy. You're lucky I was there.
I know. I look like Tarzan and fight like Jane. I'm insecure. I can't help it. But hey, at least we got the tissue.
We got it.
We got it. Hey, so here's what's going down for the raffle this week. Basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna slide in the DMs on this page right here, and you're gonna answer the trivia question that follows.
Which high school in the Upper Cumberland had the first Young Life Club?
That's the question. So like I said, into the DMs, answer the question, and see if you can win a sweet prize in this week's raffle.
Hey, we make the pies.
We bring the noise.
We're you guys.
The Brooklyn
Boys. Let's go.